Let's explore tracing and metric-driven incidents. For traces, it's very simple to explore these different data types because we can just filter by the different type of alarm that triggered. We can see here we have an alarm for slow front-end traces. It's grouped by the operation names. We see one without an operation name and one with product ID. It's info level and it hasn't been assigned to anybody. If I select this, I get a breakdown of the traces that triggered the alarm, as well as a graph indicating the matches that have happened over time. I can, of course, view incident history as with previous alarms, and I can view the actual individual traces themselves. For example, if I select this particular incident right here, what it'll do is it will open the tracing view and give me this really nice visualization in dependency mode of everything that's going on. And of course, from here, I can view things like related data. So I can look at related logs. I can look at pod metrics if I'm on Kubernetes, host metrics for infrastructure metrics. So it's really, really nice. I can also export this data as well, which is really important if you want to visualize, if you want to share reports of what actually triggered an alarm. And just as an aside, traces can also be visualized in Gantt view as well, so you don't have to view in this dependencies view if you don't want. It's entirely up to you. You don't exit the view if you click on a trace. You can always click go back and you're back into the incident view again. So this is just how tracing views look. The idea is that you get this really bespoke experience based on the type of data that you're viewing. So it's not just about viewing the same data in a million different ways. Finally, I'll just explore metrics because there's a lot of similarities now, so there's not a lot to cover. If we pick this particular metric here, we can see that the metric has been high for a long time. Here is the time window, and we can see that it has been 92%, and it's over 90%, or it's over 80% for 90% of the following time frame, which indeed it is. It's almost 100% of the following time frame. Down here, we can see the actual query that's triggered the alarm as well, so we can see how the memory usage is being calculated. And of course, as usual, we can assign the user, we can view the incident history, and we can view much more. This is just some of the breakdown of different ways in which incidents are visualized based on the data types. It's important that you familiarize yourself with the logs, traces, and metrics driven because those are the three variations of the screen types that you're going to see. You're also going to see some other variations depending on the different type of alarm you're going to see. So for example, ratio alarms are going to measure different things. The ratio will actually give you a breakdown of how the two queries perform against one another. And you can view the logs that triggered the alarm as well. So each different UI has a different way of visualizing the information. There's lots and lots of different ways to view it. So I would recommend going through each one of these to better understand exactly how alarms are being triggered. And of course, what's very, very important is that flow alerts are also registered as well. So you can see here that we have a flow alert and we have the breakdown of the actual flows that occurred. We can see these are driven by logs. So the alert logs down here, the relevant alert logs are also included as well. So really, really powerful here, and it's actually a breakdown of the individual underlying alarms as well. It's ridiculously powerful, this view. Flow alerts are amazing, by the way. Strongly recommend you explore these. The root cause baked into the alarm straight away. So that's just a breakdown of some of the views and some of the different ways in which incidents will be visualized based on the type of alarm and the type of data.